Hi teachers, welcome back to my channel all about technology and using technology to just create engaging, fun, interactive lessons so your students love to come back and you stand out as a teacher. So excited that you are here because we're talking all about digital escape rooms and how to plan one. Digital escape rooms are awesome and so fun to have in your classes. So if you didn't catch last week's video, it's all about digital escape rooms and why they're so important and why you should be using them in your classroom. And today we're going to go over the steps on how to plan a digital escape room and the steps you should take and things you should include. So I'm so excited. Let's dive in. So the first thing to have in your escape room is a clear objective, and this is what is the goal of your escape room. Do you want students to practice something specific, practice something or learn something or whatever of the skill you're teaching in your class? And this could be a skill you're already teaching in your class and we're going to put it into a digital escape room. So for example, I have an escape room and it is specifically math focused, addition, subtraction, and multiplication, those skills on like a third grade level. Those are my specific skills I am having students practice through word problems and just solving problems. So throughout my escape room, that is my main goal of what I want students to do. So I'm going to have those problems sprinkled throughout my escape room. Whatever subject you're teaching, that's going to go into your escape room. Whatever students are going to practice that day in your class, that's going to be what you're going to create an escape room out of. So first thing, objective. The second thing to think of now is the storyline. All escape rooms have a story. You're stuck in here, you need to escape. This is going to get you, you're going to escape. So the story is like so crucial. It's what makes the digital escape room fun and immersive. The story is going to immerse your students into the game. It's going to immerse them and pull them and motivate them to solve all of the problems you're going to throw them. It's going to motivate them to solve the puzzles and challenges you're going to throw at them, and it's going to bring them into that story. So story is super crucial. So for example, I have some escape rooms where my students are locked in school and they don't want to stay the weekend. So the whole story is going to be them trying to find their way out. I have one where students are trapped on an island. They were out fishing and they have to get off this island before high tide comes up, and their whole island, because it's super small, is just going to be underwater once high tide comes in. So think through a story, think through what students can accomplish, what can get them from point A to point B. Here's their problem. At the very end, solving it is going to be escaping or whatever problem they're going to solve. So the story is super crucial on your digital escape room. Number 3, when planning your digital escape, think of the tools and resources you're going to need to create your escape room. So I love using Google Sites to create my escape room. It's going to house everything for your escape room. Some teachers have used solely like Google Slides to create their whole escape room, but I love Google Sites because I can essentially give the link to the site to my students, and then they have full control over looking at all of the clues I have set up, and they can't just click through slides like Google Slides to just bypass all the puzzles and eventually find the answer. I love giving the site to my students so they have full control looking over it. So think of the tools and resources you're going to need. I recommend Google Sites and then Google Forms for sure for your lockbox. You can set it up in a way where students are going to type in that lock, the code they think it is, and it will tell them if it's right or wrong immediately, which is just what you need. And then you can have students trying different locks at different times instead of constantly asking you, I think this is it, and then you are, this is not it, this is it. It kind of gives students the freedom to try things on themselves. Once you have created your escape room, you have your objective, you know what your students are going to practice, you have a storyline, and that storyline is throughout your whole escape room. You have then created your escape room with Google Sites, Google Forms, and now you're ready to test it. I highly recommend that you test out your escape room non-paying students. So don't set up a class and start with your escape room right off the bat. You need to test it to make sure it works. You want to make sure all your links work, your form works, everything's working before you put it in front of your students. So have a family member test it, your own kids, they can test it. You just want to work through the kinks. You want to make sure everything's working. Not only that, you want to check for like its effectiveness. Was it hard enough for your level of students? Keep your age range of students in mind, especially if you're having someone older solve it and test it for you. If it was easy for them, okay, keep that in mind. Your age level students, and you don't want it to be too hard as well. So if someone else can't solve it, will your students be able to solve it? So are the puzzles challenging? Are they not challenging enough? So test everything before you put it in front of your students. And now you are ready to start planning your escape room. What is that story going to be of your escape room? And then how can that story tie in with what you want students to practice? Write it all down on paper before you start creating, and then you're good to go. You're good to go to start creating your very own digital escape room. If you want any help creating a digital escape room, I have a digital escape room course. It's going to walk you through step by step the entire process of how to create a digital escape room. I have tutorials in there on how to use Google Sites, how to use Google Forms, and I have a really long list of clues, sites you can go use that are free for clues. And I have a templates as well, templates of a Google site. So essentially you can just plug in your clues into this Google site, tweak it to fit your needs, fit your content, and you're good to go. You have a digital escape room. So if you're interested, that link is down below. I will be super excited to hear about your escape room. So in the comments below, let me know your story. They're escaping what? What are your students going to be escaping? What's your story? I'd love to hear your ideas for an escape room. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.